In this month's support tip, I'd like to go over the Filter Bookmarks, which is a feature that was introduced in 2016 R3. These bookmarks give you a way to create a single dynamic grid view versus the old way of having to create a separate grid view for every person and/or department. Currently, there are 8 bookmarks available for you to use. These bookmarks are pointed to information stored in the User Info tab within User Permissions. Here at Tour de Force, within our support record, we have a field called Is Working On that we use to determine who is responsible for working on the support request. By using filter bookmarks, instead of having to create a customized grid for each employee, we can use the bookmark to filter where the Is Working On equals a username, so that regardless of who loads the view, it will only show the support request for the current user that is logged on. To set the filter up, let's open Grid Manager and go to the Server-Side Filters tab. Once that loads, we'll click on the plus sign to create a new filter. We'll change the field to Is Working On. We'll change the operator to equals, and then in the Enter a Value field, we'll type @ left parenthesis user dash name right parenthesis. And then if we click Apply at the bottom of the screen, notice how the grid that once contained 2,400 records now only shows the 2 where I am the Is Working On. For this to work correctly, you will need to make sure that the values in any of your drop-down menus match the user's name in the permissions screen exactly. For example, if the drop-down says Jeff, but in permissions that person exists as Jeffrey, these filters will not work. Another way that we use bookmarks at Tour de Force is for our customer experience teams within alerts and notifications. Each of our customers are assigned to a customer experience team. We have a UDF, or user-defined field, on each account within our system that determines what team is assigned to that account. Instead of having to assign alerts to each person and then configure each alert separately with unique filters, we simply define what team a person belongs to within user permissions in the User1 field. Then we can create filters for the main alert using the User1 bookmark to show the information we need where the CE team, which is our user-defined field, equals the value in the User1 field for the currently logged on user. So if we look in User Permissions, you'll see that I've assigned myself to the Action Force team in the User1 field. Next, if we open our alerts and notifications, I've created an account alert for myself. So instead of having to go into my individual filter down here at the bottom, if I go to the main filter up at the top, and then go to my item filter, I can add a new line to my filter, and I'll pick CE team equals @ left parenthesis user dash user1 right parenthesis. And I'll go ahead and hit save. OK. And then I'll double click on the alert to render it for myself. You'll notice here that I now have an alert that only shows me the accounts where the team equals Action Force. So if you have any questions about how you can utilize the filter bookmarks, either in the grids, alerts and notifications, or within BYOR, please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team, talk to your consultants, or open a support request. As an additional resource, you can also refer to Technical Bulletin 9288 on filter bookmarks.